Good morning and happy Friday. Happy New Year. Sonia Gallion-Comanica here, soniagallion-comanica.com, and the author of 10 Things I Wish I Knew as a Single Parent, where we talk about all things single parents. And the biggest thing that we try to do is teach you financial freedom and how to build wealth. And today I want you to grab a cup of coffee, get a muffin, whatever. Let's enjoy this together. Let's enjoy the journey. We're going to start with the basics. It's going to be a 4-part series, and then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes. Thank you so much for being here. Loving all of you. The first thing in financial freedom, building wealth 101, is you must have a source of income. Nothing else is going to work if you're living in a motel, living in your car, homeless, or having challenges with children. You can do it homeless as a single person, but not with children, not with a family. So you got to have some stability. You want to have employment. And you want to have employment that you can sort of break up into different pieces and use them for various tasks. So employment is number one. I pray you all have a source of income. So happy for you. So many opportunities these days for single parents working from home. So many wonderful things that have happened over the last couple of years. Step 2. You want to create a system for the distribution of the money you receive from your job. A lot of people grab money from their jobs, they get a paycheck, they put it in the bank account, and the first thing they do is they shop. And then they barely have money for the other things they need. But when you have a system set up for your money, you tell your money where to go essentially, it changes everything. So here's what you want to do. I personally like the Jewish 5-jar method, but you use what works for you. You take your paycheck, your direct deposit, however you get paid, ACH, doesn't matter. You take it, you either deposit it, you see it, and the first thing you do, and if you can do this, automate this would be ideal because then you're not seeing it. But what you do is you take 10% of the money that comes in, whatever way, any form it came in, even if it was cash, 10%, you got to be disciplined, goes to tithe to God first. So whatever your religious belief is, you want to always put 10% aside. This is what has created millionaires, billionaires, and probably to this day trillionaires. So you got to put money aside, and it's got to be something greater than yourself. The next 10% goes to charity. There's always a need in the community. There's always somebody that you can give to. And when you give, it comes back to you and you receive. So put that great energy out there, give and receive in return. The next thing is savings, 10% for savings. That allows you to have money in the event, you need it for anything. It could be a car breakdown, car maintenance. It could be an emergency, whatever, a flood. You just don't know what's going to happen. Nobody expected COVID-19. So you want to just have the money available. 10% of that, put it aside. The next is 20% for investments. And this investment, I always like to tell single parents to start out with life insurance because that is one of the safest tools possible. And then you can branch out to other things, dividend paying stock, real estate, and so forth. And then you only live on 50%. And you cannot go wrong with that system. If you live on 50% of your money and delegate the rest to something that causes growth or great relationships in your community, you have nowhere to go but up. So just do what needs to be done, have some discipline, delayed gratification, and set things up to have a successful life. And I will tell you, some of the wealthiest people in the world use this system. So just saying, okay? The next thing, after you've already got the system set up, you got a job and so forth, step 3, is you want to begin investing immediately. And the earlier you begin, the cheaper it's going to be, the less it's going to cost. So the same life insurance policy for a 20-year-old is going to be totally different for a 50-year-old. So start early. And also you can handle risk more when you're younger. So if you can start young, start young. Step 4, meet with a life insurance agent and see what is the best policy for you. I mean, I encourage people to get high cash value life insurance, but at least have something in the event like somebody passes away or there's a problem. I have a colleague, her father passed away. He left her $50,000. It's just a death benefit. And even that is helpful. So have something. It is the difference between being poor and being rich, is having these insurances, having these things in place. Step 5. And maybe, this is something you want to do in the very beginning. Buy real estate that pays your mortgage. So you're just starting out, you're just getting a job. If you see a 4-unit apartment building, you essentially have 3 tenants that are paying your mortgage for you. If you can do that, that would be ideal. The best thing is to get a 6-unit commercial property, because that is a total game changer and a total difference in the rules and how things apply, how the property increases in value. There's a lot of differences. And that is actually how a certain person, Arnold Schwarzenegger, created his wealth, was actually through his real estate. His first was a 6-unit. So a 6-unit is ideal because it is different rules. But if you can't get a 6-unit for whatever reason, a 4-unit is the second best to a 6-unit. Great things right here.